Today, we are learning about English bar expressions. We will talk about words and phrases used to talk about bars and drinks. I'm your English teacher, Chris. Let's get started. First, let's learn some other terms for bar. They can also be called a pub, a tavern, a tap room, a lounge, or a club, or one of many other expressions meaning a place to get a drink of alcohol. Now let's talk about the man or woman who makes your drink. He or she is called a bartender. There may be other servers, meaning waiters and waitresses, who bring the drinks to the tables, but the person who makes the drink is the bartender. And this, of course, is the bar. The seats along the bar are called bar stools. Many bars also have tables, and these items called high top tables. This is a good word to know because in some pubs or taverns, a hostess may seat you. If so, she may ask you, do you prefer a table or a high top? And then you can tell her which one you prefer. Now let's discuss our first English bar expression, which is draft beer, sometimes spelled D-R-A-U-G-H-T, but always pronounced draft. A draft beer is beer served from a keg rather than from a bottle or can. It comes out of a tap as you see in the picture here. An example sentence of this would be, I prefer draft beers to bottles or cans. Our second expression is related. It's on tap. On tap refers to beer that is available as draft beer at the bar. You can use this phrase to ask about the draft beers that a bar sells. You can ask your server, what kinds of beer do you have on tap? Meaning, what kinds of draft beer do you have? The server will either tell you the beers, or they may have a beer menu. Also, if you see the taps, like the one in the picture, they usually have the names of the beers on them. In some places, the names of the beer may be listed on the wall, like you see in this picture behind the bartender. Our third term is liquor or hard liquor. This is strong alcohol like whiskey, gin, tequila, vodka, etc. An example sentence here might be that someone says, that restaurant serves beer and wine, but not hard liquor. Our next term is a shot, as in a shot of liquor. A shot is 1.5 ounces or 44 milliliters of liquor served in a small glass like the one you see here. Usually to order a shot, you say what you want a shot of. For example, can I get a shot of Jameson, please? Jameson is a brand of Irish whiskey, which leads to our next expression, mixed drink. A mixed drink is a drink made with hard liquor and another beverage, like soda or juice. You might say, a rum and coke is my favorite mixed drink. A related term is top shelf or premium liquor. This refers to the highest quality, most expensive liquor and alcohol. It's called top shelf because it's usually kept on the highest shelf behind the bar. After a night out, someone might say, we ordered drinks with top shelf liquor and our bar bill was super expensive. The opposite of this is well liquor or a well drink. Well liquor is the less expensive alcohol that most people drink. Well drinks are mixed drinks made with well liquor. You could say at the party they served well drinks. If you wanted anything top shelf, you had to pay for it. So what does a drink cost? In the US, the cost of a drink can be different from one place to another. Big cities and fancy places are usually more expensive than small bars in smaller places. Generally, for a drink made with well liquor, you're talking between 5 to 15 US dollars. You might find a cheaper price on drink specials at a college bar, and if you're drinking top shelf liquor, it's going to be more. Our next expression is a round or a round of drinks. A round, or a round of drinks, is a group of drinks, one for each person present. If you're out with friends, the bartender or server might ask you, do you want another round of drinks? That means, does everyone in the group want another drink? Or you can ask the bartender or server, could we get another round of drinks, please? Then there is the expression tab or bar tab. At the bar, you can pay each time you buy a drink, or if you'll be there for a while and think you'll have a few rounds of drinks and maybe some food, you can start a tab. This means the bar tracks the food and drink you order and you pay for it at the end of your visit. They might ask you, would you like to start a tab? Or you can ask, could we start a tab, please? An expression at some bars and restaurants is happy hour. This refers to a time of the day at the bar when drinks and food are discounted. Generally, happy hours happen around the end of the workday between like 3 and 6 p.m. You can see the sign here says that they have happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. on Fridays, and they have a $10 tapas sangria special. An example sentence might be to say to someone, after work, we went to Flaherty's pub for happy hour. Now let's talk about how you take your drink. So our next phrase is on the rocks. This means to have your drink served in a glass with ice. If you wanted a drink with ice, you could say, for example, can I have a whiskey on the rocks, please? The opposite of on the rocks is neat. A neat drink is served in a glass with no ice. The drink isn't chilled at all. It's room temperature. If I wanted a Jameson whiskey without ice, I could ask, could I have a Jameson neat, please? And then there is the term up. Up simply refers to a drink that is served cold but has no ice in it. If you wanted a drink up, you could simply say something like, can I have a Manhattan up, please? Then there is last call. This is the time when the bar is about to close and the last drink should be ordered. I showed a bell here because I've been in bars where they ring a bell and yell last call. If you're out late at night, you might say it's last call, let's buy another round of drinks. An important term to know is driving under the influence, DUI, or driving while intoxicated, which some people pronounce DWI and some people pronounce DWI. This means you are driving a car while legally drunk. It's a crime in the US. If the police stop you, you will likely lose your license and go to jail. A good example sentence for this is, we are taking an Uber home from the bar so we don't get a DWI. Here's a bonus expression, flight of beers. I didn't even think of this until I saw this picture online. A flight of beers is a sampler of 4 or 5 of the bar's beers in small glasses. Your server at a bar might tell you you can get a flight of beers and try 4 of our brews, brews being another word for beer. Let's talk a bit about bar etiquette that can help you to have a good time if you go to a bar in the US. If the bar is crowded, you have the problem of how to get the bartender's attention so you can put in your drink order. So things not to do. Don't shout, don't wave your hand, don't whistle or snap your fingers. Be polite. Look at the bartender so he or she knows you want something. And if he or she looks at you, simply raise your hand for just a moment. Wait for the bartender to ask you, what can I get you? And then place your order. And be ready to order. Know what you want. Remember to tip the bartender. That's part of how they earn their living. And if you tip the bartender well, you'll get better service later on. I put all of this into a PDF. There's a link to a PDF in the description. What about you? Do you have a question about English? Tell me about it in the comments. And we have a new mailing list. If you get on the mailing list, you'll be the first to know about new videos. You'll have the attachments emailed to you. You'll get other news and links. And if you're interested, there is a sign up link in the description. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Thank you.